Hello guys, welcome back. So now here in this session we'll talk about a topic called alternative reconciliation account. Okay. So what is this alternative reconciliation account? What is the use of that and how it is configured here in S4 HANA? That also I have to check. In ECC, we know in S4 HANA we'll check how it is happening. But first of all, the question is what is this alternative reconciliation account? We know the reconciliation account very well, right? But what is this alternative reconciliation account? What is the use of that? Right? So that we need to know. Okay, so I'll explain this. See, alternative reconciliation account means what is the use of reconciliation account that you guys know very well, right? We like whatever the uh, payable is there or receivable is there, right? So the consolidated figure we can, okay, we will, so we can get the consolidated figure here, right? Let's suppose we are having certain vendors. C A, F, right, G. These are the vendors. Now, so for these all vendors, what is happening, guys? For these all vendors, let's suppose we are having what? Okay. So here, like for these all vendor, we are having reconciliation account here. Say, for example, this is the reconciliation account. All right? There is the reconciliation account. So these are a different category or different kind of vendor. Say, for example, we have two different kind of vendor. One vendor, from one vendor we are buying the material, right? Raw material. There are certain other vendors which is giving services, right? Say for example, we have like PwC or ENY, right? So Tata Motor is taking given by different vendor. Okay. So if Tata Motor want to know that, now let's suppose here these are material vendor. These are material vendor. Now we have service vendor also. Service vendor. Okay. So there are multiple vendor which is giving services. These are service vendor. If Tata Motor wants to know that what is the total payable for material vendor and what is the total payable for service vendor, then what to do? In that case, we can create another reconciliation account for service vendor. That is, let's suppose 2001. This is another reconciliation account for service vendor. Okay. Till here there is no problem. Now whichever, so here what is happening, guys? Whatever invoice is posted against these vendor, right? So those amount indirectly it will be posted against this reconciliation account also. And whichever invoice, service related invoices are posted against this vendor, so those amount will be updated against this reconciliation account, right? So it is pretty simple here. Easily we can consolidate. If you see the consolidated figure of this ledger, this GL, right, then this is like total payable for service. And if you see the total balance of this GL, right, so you can see like total we can, so from this GL we can get the total payable for material vendor, right? So these are the simple logic for reconciliation account. Okay. Now, now there is, okay, there is a vendor H. What is this vendor H? So guys, this vendor H is unique vendor. This vendor H is supplying material and giving services also. right? Now here is the challenge. What kind of challenge? The challenge is this vendor is giving material, this vendor is giving services also. So in that case, which reconciliation account do we need to assign to this vendor master, right? In the master data, in vendor master or business partner, whatever is you say. So for this vendor, we have already created, let's suppose BP, or like whenever we have to create a BP for this vendor, master data if we have to create, then which reconciliation account do we need to assign? 2000 or 2001? If you assign this reconciliation account here 2000, then what will happen? If we got material invoice, that's fine, that is updated here. But if you got the service invoice, that is also updated against this material reconciliation account only, because we have assigned this reconciliation account in the master data, right? But service supposed to be posted against service reconciliation account. Now, the challenge is in master data, you can link only one, you can assign only one reconciliation account. You cannot assign multiple reconciliation account. Okay. So what to do? Now, in such kind of situation, we have this setting alternative reconciliation account. Look at here, alternative reconciliation account. Of course, one reconciliation account will be added in the master data, but we have one alternative reconciliation account also for this vendor, because from this vendor we receive material invoices and service invoice as well. So whichever material invoice is there, that amount supposed to be updated against this GL, and service amount supposed to be updated against this GL. So what to do this? What to do for this, right? I think it is already in PPT also have specified somewhere here. Look at here. Yeah, the same thing here. Look at here. So now, okay. The same thing I have explained here, right? These are the things which I have explained. So material vendor and service vendor, right? Here vendor and two different reconciliation accounts are there. And let's suppose we have one vendor which is common, supplying material and service both, right? So now what to do, guys? So we have to go for alternative reconciliation account configuration. Okay, we have to go alternative reconciliation account configurations. How to configure this, guys? That I'm going to explain here. So first of all, okay, so this master data is already created. Now, while creation of this master data, first of all, we have to assign one reconciliation account in this master data, right? In master data, business partner, vendor master, whatever you say, all are same, guys. No worries. Okay. So in this BP of this vendor, okay, we have to assign one reconciliation account. The question is, which reconciliation account we have to assign? 2000 or 2001? It depends upon situation. Let's suppose if we receive 80% of the invoices, that is material invoices, then what happened? In master data, we assign this reconciliation account. Whereas if we receive 80% service invoices and 20% only material invoice, then we can assign this 2001. And there'll be a question. If 50-50, then anyone can be assigned, either this one or this one. One reconciliation account we have to assign. Okay. Now, so that is already one reconciliation account. Now here what to do, guys? No need to set up a new vendor. Already you guys have created one BP. In that itself, we can perform the testing. Okay, how it is going to happen, I'll show you. Now, so mine is first of all go to BP. Okay, then okay, now press enter, double click. Okay, once again look at here, guys. Yesterday it was optional. It was required. Then all of a sudden become it optional, and now again it is required. It's okay. So let me give you a dot. I'll give a dot here.
Sir, if we change the B display in BP role, it again becomes optional, sir.
Okay. So look at here, this 000 is there. Now in this role, somebody might have made this one as a required. There might be chances for this role only, for this role, right? So why it is like 000? It's okay. So anyway, not this one. This is not our role. Our role is this one. Make it yes, yes. Company code, and here if I give my company code PM05, everything is fine. Look at here, 2000. This is. So just assume that okay, we received 70-80% invoices related to material related invoice. So we have assigned this. This is for material reconciliation account. What we have to do? So first of all, the very first thing we have to do is okay, not here. Here itself, I'll write it down. So the first thing we have to do is like we have to create additional reconciliation account, right? Another reconciliation account. Okay. I'll just do one thing, guys. I write it down here. Okay. And let me delete this one. Okay. This one also I'll just remove it. Make it plain. Okay. These are the path. Now here. The very first thing is, first of all, what we have to do, guys. So make it create additional recon account, right? FS 00. This one we have to do. Create a additional reconciliation account, guys. So here, go to FS 00 and create this additional reconciliation account. TM05. Okay. Simply, we have liability. Just copy this one and make it 2001. Okay. Account payable. This is for SRV. Okay. SRV. Just save it. And this is like edit. And this is for material. MAT. Right. And once again, here also material. MAT. Just save it. Okay. So these now I have simply created one, right? Now what next? The next one is also there. I'll tell you. So generally what happened, guys, when we have assigned the reconciliation account, right? Here. The question is, the first question is, while posting the transaction, isn't it? So transaction is getting posted against this business partner, in the sense business partner or vendor, whatever you say, same number is there as a supplier also. So we are posting a transaction against this supplier. But how the transaction is getting updated against this GL, guys? Look at here. Go to FP60. So here our supplier is this one. Let's suppose I'll give a date here. Okay. Now, so what happened whenever you post a transaction? Let's suppose I'm going to post a transaction worth of 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is. So here we are giving all the details. Here you can give the GL details, right? You click on details. So look at here, guys. Now we have a GL account here, 2000, isn't it? It's coming now. Reconciliation account. It is appearing here, right? So it is appearing here. How it is appearing, guys? It is appearing because of master data, right? This BP is there. So from here, what is happening, guys? This one, reconciliation account is appearing. Now, so the thing is here, we cannot assign us, additional reconciliation account here. So what to do? So now, somewhat or somehow, if this field become editable, then what happen, guys? Then we can add the additional reconciliation account here. Whenever you receive a service invoice, then what will happen? People will change the reconciliation account here, right? Okay. So how can you change the reconciliation account, guys? First of all, this field must be editable. Okay. So how this field is going to be editable, guys? How can we make this field as a editable, guys? Anybody as an editable field? Anyone is having any idea?
Account group.
Account group. No dear. Account group means what? Is this like account group control? Which fields are being controlled by account group? Account group.
Sir,
Sir,
we
when
sir we can go through the assigned alternative reconciliation account.
Hmm. So guys, now here, first of all, account group will not control these fields. Account group is, controlling the fields of your master data. Okay. Now, so here, first of all, at least you guys can say field status variant because field status variant control the fields of transaction posting, right? So if you say that one, then it's okay because till now you know that itself, right? But here generally what is happening, guys? Here we have an option called, look at here, we have this one. Okay, you have to apply a check mark here. A reconciliation account ready for input. Okay, reconciliation account ready for input means what happened. Now let's suppose not here. First of all, you double click here. Okay, and if you apply a check mark, then what happened? Whenever this reconciliation account, I'll just do one thing, guys. Let me do one thing. Make it yes. Here, no. First of all, remove a check mark and double click here. Okay. So reconciliation account ready for input, right? So generally, what happen if you apply a check mark here, right? Then what happen? If you apply a check mark, then reconciliation account ready for input. It means if you apply a check mark here, then what happen, guys? This field, this reconciliation account field is ready for what? To accept input. Which input? Input means that input doesn't mean that we are going to give you some what do you say ABC or XYZ. Input means additional reconciliation account, right? So what we have to do first of all in GL account we have to apply a check mark reconciliation account ready for input. So here for 2001 also you have to give and even for 2000 also you can give. If you give for 2000, then what happened whenever right now for 2000 I have not given this 2000 I have not applied a check mark. I've applied a check mark for 2001, right? I'll just do one thing. Use FB60 once again /n and press enter. It becomes slow, guys. Okay, now it is fine. So generally what happens, so again, I'll just do one thing. And if you click on details, still it is non-editable. Why? Because I have applied a check mark against 2001. For 2000 also you have to apply a check mark. So if I applied a check mark here for 2000 also, then what happened? Whenever this reconciliation account appears, so that field, now look at here, 2000 is there. So now I have applied a check mark against 2000. So this field become editable. And even let's suppose we have certain other vendor where like service reconciliation account is there. So that field also become, editable. So generally what happened? We have to apply a check mark against both both reconciliation account. Okay. Now, so this one is done. Now see the impact. So look at here, guys. Now this field become editable, right? So again, can we change it? Can we make it 2001? If I make it 2001, look at here. Now reconciliation account 2001 is not permitted. Forget about this short key. This reconciliation account 2001 is not permitted. Why it is not permitted, guys? So we have additional configuration also. Additional configurations. Why it is required? Of course, it is required. I'll tell you. Now we have 2000, 2001, and 2000. Let's suppose we have three reconciliation account, isn't it? So SAP is saying that first of all, in configuration, you have to specify. Our requirement is that this 2000 can be replaced by 2001 and 2002. This 2000 can be replaced by 2001, and the same 2000 can be replaced by 2002 also, right? So only 2000 can be replaced by these two, but these two cannot be replaced by, in the sense this cannot be replaced by 2000 and this cannot be replaced by 2002, isn't it? So in that case, what happened? We are having a configurations where what is happening? We can specify that this reconciliation account will be replaced by this one. Again, this reconciliation account also can be replaced by this one. If we stop here only, then what happened? This can be replaced by these two, right? But these two cannot be replaced by this one. Or this 2001 cannot be replaced by 2000 or 2002. And 2002 cannot be replaced by 2001 and 2000. Okay. So this settings we have to do. Where is setting? I'll tell you guys. So we have like path also. I think where is that? Receivable, payable, business transactions, posting with alternative reconciliation account and define alternative reconciliation account. Okay. SIMG, use SPRO directly you can come into. You can come to, okay, this is a new screen, so just not required. Here we are in IMG, and where is this financial accounting, right? Then account receivable, payable, business transactions, right? Business transactions or supplier. Okay, receivable, payable, business transaction, posting with alternative reconciliation account. Are we having? Yes, it is there. And then we have what? Okay, so posting with alternative reconciliation account. And then we have options here, define reconciliation account, right? For customer and define alternative reconciliation account for vendor. So right now we are having define alternative reconciliation account. Okay, so here define alternative reconciliation account. Where it is? It's here. define alternative reconciliation account for customer and define alternative reconciliation accounts for vendor and define alternative reconciliation accounts. I think here, what is this? Okay, this is the one. It's okay. Come back, and here again, this is like, oh, this is for a special GL indicator. No need to go for this one, guys. Okay. Just come back. So we have to follow this one. Define alternative reconciliation account. Again, this. Now, so here, just execute this one. Okay. Now here, define alternative reconciliation account. Posting with alternative reconciliation account, right? And then, okay. So here, simply, no need to expand this one, just execute this one itself. Define alternative reconciliation account, give your chart of account, and click on new entry. So what is happening, guys? In our case, 2000 can be replaced by 2001. And if vice versa also, maybe if there is a service vendor, and from that service vendor we are buying material also, right? But 80% of the invoices belongs to service, 20% is only material. So in that case, service vendor is assigned in that one master data, right? So service reconciliation account also can be replaced by material, right? Press enter. Just save it. Then what will happen, guys? Now, once again, use FB60 and here, look at here, details. 2000 is there. We can make it 2001. Press enter. Look at here now. It is service, right? It is service. Okay. And if it is service, then that can be replaced by material. If it is service, that can be replaced by material, right? So here we are having like we can enter whichever reconciliation account we need, but make sure that this linking must be done. Now let's suppose here we are having this 2000 can be replaced by these two. So look at here against 2000, 2001 and 2002. Both we have assigned. In the same way, 2001 can be replaced by 2000. So in that case, you have to give 2001 here, and then that can be replaced by 2000. So here you have to give, right? And then again 2001 can be replaced by 2002. So in that case, 2002 also you have to give. In this way it is going to happen, guys, right? So this assignment must be there. What is the use of this ID? So generally what happen in real time, whatever the GL codes are there, guys, GL codes are having 10-digit code. Okay. So instead of changing the GL here, like if you are going to enter the GL account manually, let's suppose 10-digit code is there, right? So instead of that, we can give a shortcut key. Shortcut key means, look at here, this is material reconciliation account 2000. That's supposed to be replaced by service. Here you give a code S. This is service reconciliation account. That should be replaced by material. Here you can give a code M and just save it. Right? So here what is the benefit? The benefit is FB60. Supplier code, right? And click on details. Now this is material. So this supposed to be now this time we have received, let's suppose, service related invoice. So here service reconciliation account. Now service reconciliation account is 10-digit. So instead of typing the 10-digit number, you press S here and press enter. Look at here, 2001 is appearing or not? Isn't it? So we have given a shortcut code, right? So if you give that code, if I give here material, then material, okay, M is not possible because anyway it was material, right? By default, material itself is appearing, isn't it? So that's the reason here system is not taking. Reconciliation account M sort key M is not permitted. Why it is not permitted? Because 2000 by default anyway it is coming here, right? So that should be replaced by different reconciliation account. So if you give ES, then that's fine. It is being replaced, right? In any vendor, if we have like this 2001, right? And so that 2001 will appear here, and then that can be replaced by material. So directly you have to give code M, and system will pick that GL account. That is the logic here. So by changing the reconciliation account, what is happening, guys? Now we can post the transactions. If you post the transactions, let's suppose 2000, right? And GL account and GL account. You have 1000, press and if you simulate, same vendor, guys, but this time what is happening? This time this amount 2000 will be posted against different reconciliation account. Go to FVL3N, and our reconciliation account is 2001, right? So it is updated against this reconciliation account. Look at here. So this is what the use of alternative reconciliation account. So if anybody asks, so what we have done, we have created additional reconciliation account. Then what next, guys? The next one is we have applied a check mark on post, what to say, alternative reconciliation account. Sorry, posting with this one. Post with, sorry, reconciliation account ready for input, right? In FS00, if you guys are able to remember, we have applied a check mark, reconciliation account ready for input, right? And then this configurations we have done. Which configurations? Define alternative reconciliation accounts, right? So these things anyway in configuration document, this is a very small what is a topic, but still if anybody asks the question, right? So you must be able to answer. You can be able to answer only if you know this logic, if you know this things, right? So that's the reason I have covered. So here if anybody asks, like let's suppose I'm having a vendor, from that vendor I am buying material and services both, right? So in that case, what to do? In the sense, like they will give a scenario. Whatever scenario I have explained, guys, the same scenario will be given that one vendor is there. Now we are having two reconciliation account, material and service, and there is one vendor, common vendor. From there we are ordering like material also and service also. In that case, what happened? How this both reconciliation account will work? Because in master data we can assign only one reconciliation account. So you can say that we have one option called alternative reconciliation account. So we can go with that setting, and then easily we can change the reconciliation account at the time of transaction posting, right? So this is what the simple answer, guys. Okay, so this is all about alternative reconciliation account. That's all about this topic, guys, and that's all in this.